Listen closely, because this is where everything changes. The world has been telling you who you are, defining your worth, holding you down with its expectations. It told you you weren't enough, that you'd never make it. It pushed you to the edge, waiting for you to fall. But you are about to show them something they never saw coming. This is the moment you stop listening to the noise, stop following their rules, and start rewriting your story. They thought you were done, but what they didn't know is that you were just getting started. This is the moment you rise from the ashes, ignite the fire inside, and become the person they fear the most. The one they tried to break. The one they'll never control. Welcome to the beginning of your unstoppable journey. Welcome to Twist Mind. There comes a time in every life when you hit the absolute bottom, the point where it feels like there's nothing left, nothing to hold on to. The ground beneath you crumbles, and you're forced to confront the depths of your own despair. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring against you, trying to crush you, to prove that you're nothing but a fragile soul, destined to be swallowed by the dark abyss of failure. It's at that point when they think they've won, when they believe you've finally broken. They smile, they mock, they cheer for your downfall because they don't think you have the strength to come back. But here's the thing, they don't realize the moment you reach rock bottom, the only way to go is up. Every wound, every insult, every betrayal that's been piled on top of you becomes fuel for the fire that's burning deep inside. You've been pushed, you've been broken, you've been stepped on, forgotten, underestimated. And yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still ready to fight back. Nor. You see, pain is a double-edged sword. It has the power to destroy you. Yes, but it also has the power to create a version of you that no one can ever break again. When the world believes you're finished, that's when you become the most dangerous. That's when you're no longer the victim of your circumstances. You're the one who controls the story now. Nor. This is when you realize that the world doesn't get to define you. They may have thought they broke you, but what they didn't understand is that you were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to rise. The wounds they inflicted on you, the scars they left behind, were never meant to keep you down. They were meant to sharpen you, to make you stronger, to turn you into something they can't even begin to comprehend. The people who thought they had the power to crush you, they've just made the mistake of waking up a beast. They pushed you to the edge thinking they'd see you fall. But what they didn't know is that you've already fallen. You've hit the bottom, and now you're ready to rise, ready to prove them all wrong. The pain they thought would destroy you, it's only made you stronger. You're no longer afraid of the darkness. You've become it. You've become the storm that no one can stop. They may have thought they had the final say in your story, but they forgot one crucial thing. You're the one holding the pen now. And with every step, with every breath you take, you're writing a new chapter. A chapter where you're no longer the victim. A chapter where you walk into the light as the unbreakable, unstoppable force you were always meant to be. The breaking point. It wasn't the end of you. It was the moment you became someone they will never forget. Have you ever felt it? That eerie silence that lingers before a storm. It's the kind of silence that makes everyone around you nervous, unsure of what's coming next. It's the kind of silence that makes people think you're weak, that you've given up, that you've lost the fight. But in reality, that silence is your weapon. It's the calm before you unleash everything they never saw coming. When you're silent, when you pull back into yourself and retreat from the chaos around you, people think you're broken. They think you're defeated. They think you're hiding from the truth. They don't understand that you're not hiding. You're plotting. You're planning. You're getting ready for the moment when you'll strike back with everything you've got. The world doesn't realize that in the silence you're becoming something more dangerous. They think you're done. They think you're quiet because you have no more fight left in you. But here's the reality. The quietest person in the room is often the one you should fear the most. It's the person who's learned how to control their emotions, to harness their energy, to wait for the perfect moment, and when that moment comes, you unleash a storm that they'll never forget. You've been through the fire. You've walked through hell and faced the worst of it. You've seen the darkest corners of the world. And yet you're still here standing tall, waiting for the right moment. People see the silence and think they've won. They don't realize that it's only temporary. They don't realize that when you finally speak, when you finally make your move, it's going to be a force of nature. You're not weak because you've been silent. You're strategic. You're building your power. You're getting ready to rip through their expectations like a hurricane. They think they've got you cornered, that they can push you into a corner and watch you crumble. They think they know how to break you, but they don't understand you at all. The truth is you've already been broken. You've already hit rock bottom, and now you've learned how to use that pain, that hurt, that silence, to become the person they'll never see coming. You know exactly what you're doing. You're waiting for the moment when everything will change. You're waiting for the moment when your silence will be shattered, when your voice will rise, and when they'll feel the full force of everything they thought they could control. The storm that's coming isn't one they'll be able to handle. They'll try to stop it, but it's already too late. You've already built the power within yourself to unleash it, and when you do, everything will change. So let them think they've got you figured out. Let them believe that the silence means you're weak. Because when the storm hits, when you finally show the world what you're really made of, they won't know how to handle it. And you'll walk through it all like it's nothing, because they never saw it coming. They thought they'd burn you. They thought the fire would consume you, turn you to dust, and erase everything you once were. But what they didn't know is that you were never made to be destroyed. You were made to rise. Just like a phoenix, you rise from the ashes, stronger, more powerful, and ready to show them that their attempt to break you was nothing more than the spark that ignited your true power. The thing about being broken, about being brought to your knees, is that it makes you realize something crucial. You don't need to stay broken. You don't need to stay on the ground. You've been through enough pain to know that you can rebuild yourself from the wreck. And when you rise, when you come back stronger than ever, the world has no choice but to watch in awe. Every tear, every moment of weakness, every ounce of pain you've felt has become the fuel that will light the fire inside. You've taken everything they threw at you, the insults, the mockery, the betrayal, and turned it into the strength you carry with you now. They didn't destroy you. They gave you the power to rebuild, to rise higher than you ever thought possible. Look at you now, stronger, smart, more dangerous. The world thought it could break you, but all it did was make you realize who you truly are. You're not a victim. You're not someone who cowers when life gets tough. You're someone who can rise from the ashes, unrecognizable, unstoppable, and filled with a burning desire to prove everyone wrong. And now, as you stand tall again, you look back at the wreckage and realize that it didn't break you. It transformed you. It gave you the vision to see beyond the pain, beyond the struggle. It gave you the wisdom to know that nothing in this world can hold you down forever. You were forged in the fire, and now you're ready to set the world on fire. The people who tried to burn you, they're the ones who'll burn next. They'll watch as you rise higher and higher, and they'll feel the heat of your flames from a distance. Unable to touch you, unable to stop you, they'll realize too late that they never truly had control over you. They never understood what you were capable of. And now it's too late. You've risen from the ashes, and nothing can stop you now. The fire that they thought would destroy you has made you invincible. You are no longer the person they tried to break. You are the person who walks through the flames, unscathed, and leaves a trail of destruction in your wake. The world better take notice, because you're not the same person you were. You're a force to be reckoned with, and nothing will ever stand in your way again. They thought they had you figured out. They thought they could predict your next move, that they could anticipate your every reaction and keep you in line. But here's the truth: you are a force of nature, and nature doesn't follow anyone's rules. You don't play by their expectations. You rewrite the script. You change the game. You make the rules, and then you break them. You are unpredictable, and that's your greatest power. The world loves predictability. People want to know what you're going to do, how you'll react, what path you'll take. It makes them feel safe. It makes them feel in control. But that's not you. No, you're the storm that no one sees coming. The earthquake that shakes their foundation, the lightning that strikes when they least expect it. They've never seen anything like you before. And that's what makes you dangerous. When people think they know what you're going to do, that's when you hit them with something they couldn't even imagine. You don't conform, you don't follow the script. And that's how you catch them off guard every time. The world may try to put you in a box, label you, define you. But you break out of every box they try to put you in. You're the wild card, the one that throws everything into chaos and leaves them scrambling to understand you. Yes, they expect you to follow the path they laid out for you. They expect you to react in ways that fit into their predictable narrative. But you don't. You refuse to. And that, my friend, is how you win. You win by making them doubt themselves. You win by making them second-guess everything they thought they knew about you. When you're unpredictable, you make people afraid of what you'll do next. You control their attention, their fear, and their curiosity. They're constantly on edge, wondering when you'll strike, how you'll strike, and where it will come from. And that's when you take control. This is the power of unpredictability. It's not just about being different for the sake of it. It's about creating a space where people can't figure you out. They think they know you. Nah. They haven't even scratched the surface. They haven't seen the depth of your mind, the chaos that's brewing inside, the fire that you've been nurturing all this time. And when it finally erupts, when you finally make your move, they won't be ready. They'll be left in shock, scrambling to keep up with you. And when they're left wondering how you did it, how you've become a force they can't understand, that's when you know you've won. You've made them question their own perception of reality. You've turned their world upside down. You've made them realize that you're not someone to be figured out. And that's the ultimate power. You walk through life like a ghost, like a shadow in the night, never fully seen but always felt. And that's why they'll never truly understand you. Because the moment they think they've got a grip on you, you vanish into the darkness again, leaving them in the wake of your unpredictability. It's time. Time to stop pretending. Time to stop hiding. Time to stop playing small because the world around you thinks you should. You've been playing the game their way for too long, following their rules, bending to their expectations. But here's the truth: you were never meant to play their game. You were meant to break the rules, to shatter everything they thought was possible, and to stand in your own power. The time for pretending is over. Now you unleash the beast inside. You've been underestimated your entire life. People have always seen you as small, insignificant, just another person in the crowd. They thought you were weak because you kept your head down, because you didn't scream, because you didn't fight back in the way they expected. But that was your power, wasn't it? That quiet strength, that stillness, that calm before the storm. They never understood. They never saw the fire burning inside you, the fire that had been quietly growing, waiting for the right moment. They will never understand. How someone like you, someone who was once seen as quiet and passive, could rise up with such force. They don't know the pain you've been through, the sacrifices you've made, the battles you've fought alone in the dark. But now they'll witness the true power you've been hiding all along. You're not the victim anymore. You're not the one who gets trampled over. You're the one who controls the game now. You've learned from your mistakes, from the times you were knocked down, from the moments when it felt like the world was crushing you. You didn't let those moments define you. You let them shape you. You let them teach you how to get back up stronger, smarter, and more dangerous than before. Now, you're ready to show the world that you are not someone to be underestimated. You are not someone to be ignored. You are a force. You are power. The strength you have inside is more than just physical. It's the strength of your mind. The unshakable will that refuses to break no matter what life throws at you. It's the power of your soul. The fire that burns within you. The rage and determination that fuels your every move. You've been through hell, and you're not afraid to go back there, because now you know how to control the flames. You know how to rise from them unscathed, unbroken, and unstoppable. The world may have tried to tear you apart, but what they didn't know is that they were building the warrior you are today. Every single battle, every heartbreak, every betrayal, it was all part of the process. It was all part of the plan to turn you into something they'll never understand. Now, you're no longer the person they tried to break. You are the person who walks through the fire and comes out on the other side stronger than ever. You've unlocked your true power. You are no longer afraid to show the world who you really are. And when you do, the world won't be ready for you. They won't know what hit them. You'll rise with such intensity, such force, that they won't even know how to react. You've become everything they never thought you would be. Strong, unstoppable, fierce, and nothing will stand in your way now. So go ahead, unleash the power you've been hiding. Show them what happens when you stop playing by their rules and start writing your own. Show them that you are the one in control. And never let anyone tell you that you can't be more than they expected. Because you are everything you were meant to be and more. There's a certain power that comes from embracing the darkness. The world is so terrified of it, so eager to avoid it, that they forget one important truth. The darkness is where you find your true strength. The darkness is where you uncover the parts of yourself that you've kept hidden for so long. It's where you find your raw, untamed power, the power that's been buried beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to surface. They want you to be afraid of the dark. They want you to hide from it, to pretend it doesn't exist. Because they know that if you embrace it, if you learn to use it, there's nothing that can stand in your way. But you're not afraid of the dark. You've been through it, you've faced it, and now you've learned to harness it, you've learned to use it as a weapon. And that's what makes you unstoppable. The darkness isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It's where you find the courage to stand up when the world tries to tear you down. It's where you find the strength to keep fighting when everything else is falling apart. It's where you find your true self, the person who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty, to break the rules, to do what needs to be done to survive. When you embrace the darkness, you stop being afraid of what others might think. You stop worrying about fitting in, about meeting their expectations. You stop caring about their judgment. You realize that they don't get to define you. They don't get to control you. The darkness is yours now. It's the place where you can be your most authentic self, unapologetically. It's the place where you can unleash your full power without restraint. And when you do, there's nothing that can hold you back. The world wants you to stay in the light, to be good, to be predictable, to play by their rules. But you've already learned that those rules were never meant for you. The light may be where they want you to stay, but you know the truth. Real power isn't found in the light. It's found in the darkness. So embrace it, own it, and use it to become the person you were always meant to be. They can't touch you in the dark. They can't control you when you're embracing it. So go ahead, walk through it. Let the darkness become your strength. Let it fuel you. And when they come looking for you, when they come searching for the person they thought they had broken, they'll find something they never expected. A force that's been forged in the shadows, stronger and more dangerous than they could ever imagine. They thought they had the upper hand. They thought they could control you, manipulate you, keep you in check. They thought you would stay quiet, stay small, stay afraid. But that's the thing about underestimating someone like you. You're not here to be controlled. You're not here to follow their rules. You're here to turn the table. You've been pushed. You've been knocked down. You've been told time and time again that you don't belong, that you're not good enough, that you'll never amount to anything. But now you've got a secret weapon. You've got the power to take everything they've built and turn it upside down. And when you do, the look on their faces will be priceless. Every time they thought they had you cornered, every time they thought they had the final say, you've been quietly plotting your next move. You've been watching, listening, learning, and now it's your turn. Now it's your time to rise and show them who's really in control. They thought they could push you around, but they never realized that you were the one who was always in the driver's seat. Now it's not about getting back at them. It's about taking back what's yours. It's about reclaiming your power and showing them that they never had control over you. They thought they had the upper hand, but what they didn't realize is that you were always one step ahead. You were always the one pulling the strings, and now it's your turn to make the moves. Turning the tables isn't just about getting revenge. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of anything. It's about showing the world that you are no longer the one who gets knocked down. You are the one who gets back up, who rises stronger, smarter, and more dangerous. It's about taking everything they tried to take from you and making it yours. The tables, they're yours now, and you don't just turn them. You flip them completely. So let them think they've won. Let them believe they have the power. Because when the tables turn, and they will, they'll realize just how badly they miscalculated. They'll see that they were never the ones in control. You were, and you always will be. There's a fire that burns deep inside you, a fire that's been dormant for far too long. You spent so much of your life trying to please others, trying to fit into their mold, trying to meet their expectations. But here's the truth: you were never meant to fit into their mold. You were meant to create your own fire, to ignite the flames of your own destiny and burn through every obstacle in your path. It's time to stop holding back and unleash the fire that's been waiting inside you. The fliss. You've been through the struggles, the pain, the heartbreak. You've felt like giving up more times than you can count. But in every moment of darkness, something was growing inside you. Something stronger, something fiercer, something that refuses to die no matter how hard life pushes you. That fire, your fire, has been waiting for its moment, and now it's time to set the world ablaze. Don't you see? Every obstacle, every struggle, every challenge you've faced has been the spark that's been feeding your fire. Every time they told you that you couldn't, that you wouldn't, that you weren't enough, you fueled that fire. Every time they pushed you down, every time they laughed at your dreams, you turned that into kindling. And now as you stand ready to rise, that fire inside you is an inferno. The fire within you isn't just about anger, it's about passion. It's about knowing who you are and refusing to let anyone or anything stand in your way. It's about channeling all of your emotions, your pain, your experiences, and using them to fuel your purpose. You are unstoppable when you embrace your fire. The world better get out of your way, because when you burn, everything around you changes. And here's the thing, they won't know how to handle it. They won't understand it. People spend their entire lives running from their own fire, trying to put it out with distractions and lies. But you're not running anymore. You're standing in the flames, watching them burn, knowing that they can't hurt you. You're the one who controls the fire, and you're about to use it to create the life you've always dreamed of. So stop holding back. Stop pretending to be someone you're not. The world needs your fire. The world needs your passion. The world needs you to rise and show them just what happens when you embrace the fire within. This is your time, this is your moment. This is when everything changes. And when you finally step into your power, you'll realize that nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever be able to put out your flame.